All right, brother, welcome to this video on how to make push-ups very hard. First thing you're doing is gonna lock in that plank position, glutes flex, quads flex, core tight, and you're gonna use your lats to pull your elbows to your side and stretch out your chest. Try to drive your head away from your shoulders and keep your spine as long as possible, shoulders back, chest up. Keep that chest nice and open and really get a stretch in your chest. Open your chest as much as you can, keep those elbows tucked, and use your lats to pull your elbows back, just like when you're doing that hip lift inside of the iso positions warm-up. You're driving those elbows back. That's what we do that in the warm-up. And you're squeezing those glutes to keep them nice and tight, squeezing those quads, keep them tight, making your body as straight and tight as possible, and really making those push-ups very hard. The first time you do this, you might find that you can barely do 8 push-ups, or less, but over time, you're actually gonna get really good at this, and within 4 to 6 weeks, these will actually be a breeze, and your mind-muscle connection is gonna be on point. Now, this next exercise is called the prone snow angel or the swimmer. And essentially what you're doing is at each position along this range of motion, you're squeezing the muscles. So that's what we do this for time instead of for reps. I don't want you to just bang out a bunch. What I want you to do is squeeze your rear delts. When your hands are by your side, squeeze your lower traps and drive your hands off the ground as hard as you can, just like when you're driving your hands to the sky on overhead squat. Pause at that mid position to squeeze those rear delts, that muscle in the back of the shoulder. You can see that cap on the back of my shoulder there. And then when you bring it down to the sides, you're squeezing your lats. Obviously, the bigger your lats get, the harder it is to get these to your side, but you're really trying to get those hands to your sides and reaching them towards your feet. Pausing at each position to make sure I get that full squeeze in the muscle, getting that rear delt. And again, bring it to the front, driving those hands up and off the ground to get those lower traps. Bringing it back out to the side, squeezing that rear delt. And once again, driving it back towards my feet, towards my butt, driving those hands off the ground. Don't let your hands touch the ground. Don't worry, you don't have to restart if you touch the ground, but just keep those hands off the ground for this whole entire duration that I've put into Trainerize. So squeeze that, keep your glutes tight, keep your quads tight, keep your core tight, keep everything tight. This is meant to be as hard as possible. It's really hard to hit lats without equipment, but this is how we're gonna do it. And same with the rear delts, lower traps, this is gonna develop out of your back. You should be getting a significant back pump, and you should feel your back burning on this, not your lower back, but your lats, the back of your shoulders, your lower traps, all that good stuff. If you're feeling your lower back, squeeze your abs and brace your core like you're about to get punched in the stomach, because what that's gonna allow you to do is protect your lower back and then squeeze your glutes as well to really prevent that lower back from coming in. You notice how the entire time I'm doing this, my forehead, my chin, and my head stay level off the ground. If you find that your head and your chest are lifting off the ground, that means you're cheating by using your lower back. You gotta keep your chest on the ground, keep your chest up, but make sure you keep that strict form. This should burn, get amazing.